Hello. Welcome everyone. Happy Sunday. And today I'm going to try something that I've seen many times on the interwebs, but I've never done myself. And that is going to be a gradient using these makeup sponges, which you can get anywhere. I got these, in fact, at Dollar Tree years ago. And I don't wear a lot of makeup on my face, so I actually bought these specifically to do nail art with and just haven't yet. So I've got these that I'm going to try as well, which I haven't tried before. Instead of like painting the liquid latex, like the peel barrier, various brands make a version. I'm going to try this instead, and we'll see how it goes. So, real quick, as you notice, my nails are already bare, and I actually did all the prep work yesterday. So, let me show you my little 2-minute montage of the prep work. Huh, perplexing that the music didn't play the entire way through. I literally finished exporting that um like 10 minutes ago, if that. So, all right, I will have to fix that. But there's what you saw in terms of my exporting with or I'm sorry, my prep work with the ending with my base coat, which I'm getting down to the bottom of. So I need to maybe get a new one. I'm not sure if I'll get this brand again. I've been very happy with this brand, this Nail Tech brand. There we go, Nail Tech Ridge Filler. Um, because I do have natural nails, so and I do have a ridge on this, but I might get something different next time. I don't know. Okay, so we are going. Let me just. I have to adjust my mic just a bit since it's very directional. Okay, so we're gonna try these peel off barriers to do the gradient because we're gonna end up getting it kind of all over the place here. So these actually, I'm not sure if these are gonna work, to be perfectly honest, unless they're kind of stretchy because they, oh my gosh, they're thin. Um, because my nails are wider than this, yo. Oh no. Okay. So, okay, they are in fact stretchy, and I'm just gonna kind of stretchy them around. Pull it. All right. I mean, we're still gonna need some cleanup, but that's not bad. I was able. Oh, well, I can also kind of push it in there. So let's let's just do these one at a time and see how they go. If they are too much trouble than they're worth, I might very well just 86 them and totally just have to clean up a lot. So these are the colors I've picked out. These are all Julep brand polishes, and only one of them still has the sticker on the bottom that says the name. So this is Something Blue. It's a 2013 polish from Julep. Julep actually, to my knowledge, doesn't make nail polishes anymore, which is very sad. I have a lot of Julep polish as I was part of the Julep Maven from about 2012 to 2016 or 2017. So about 5 years um, worth of polish. And that's, I have a lot of Julep polish. And I like Julep polish. I like the formula. Um, and I did some testing yesterday. I had originally picked out some sparkly colors that were metallics, some were glitters. And unfortunately, with those, they just didn't really gradient well. So I went back to the drawing board and grabbed some cremes. So I'm just going to add that down there. If anybody joins us a little later, they will know what we're working on, know what we are working on here. Okay. So the way this is supposed to work is you paint onto the sponge and then use the sponge to dab, dab, dab it onto the nail. So let's give it a shot. So I'm gonna go with the lightest color at the top, and I do have swatches of all of these. So later when we're done here, I will go down into my swatches and see if I can match up what colors these are, and I'll put them down in the description box below, just so you know what it was that I actually worked on. Okay, so one sec. Just gonna grab a napkin here in case I need to wipe anything up, and I'm going to turn on a little bit of background music. All right, let's give this a shot, shall we? So first, I'm going to adjust my mic again, move my beverage. The last thing I want to do is move the mic and knock over my entire full soda, 'cause that would be no good. All right, so give this. So since the sponge is gonna soak up a lot of it, you have to have kind of a heavy hand with it. That's my understanding. And do it. Well, that's unfortunate. Hmm. I wonder if I should have started with a base coat. Hmm. I have a feeling I should have started with a base coat because that just looks odd. And this is why this is called trial and error. You are learning with me. All right, not great. So, and that is definitely a one use item there. Get off me. So, I think that just looks sickly. Don't you agree? So, what I'm going to do is put you on a very brief intermission, and then I'm going to get some acetone for cleanup and my not so milky white Palo Taco so we can put down a base on the rest of these things. Okay, so I got the white. I did not yet get the acetone because it is a much bigger task to do. So, all right, got the acetone bottle. What's the best? Clearly, not really, or I would have had this all taken care of. Oop, oop. Okay, I don't know what happened. I got yeeted from my own stream randomly while setting this stuff up. So that was weird. Unsure what happened there. Okay. Usually I use an eyedropper to do that, but it is deep in the bag of my supplies, and I was not going to be able to find it in time. All right, so let's just clean this up real quick. may end up just painting over that. We shall see. All right, just shake up. This is not milky white from Hollow Taco, and I've tried a lot of whites. This is the best white. However, it's a little finicky. This is first, um, the first formulation of Not Milky White that came out like 3 years ago from Hollow Taco, and I'm just gonna kind of haphazard. Um, so this formula was her intention, as she said, in developing this formula, was specifically for nail art, and it was thick on purpose. So the way she put it was that, she figured um, people who were pretty familiar with nail art would be familiar with like polish thinner and potentially having to thin the polish as necessary. So she didn't really mention that, and found later that people were having issues with the formula because they were not totally seasoned nail art people and weren't familiar with things like polish thinner. Like that. So she came out with a new formulation that was, I guess, slightly easier to use and not quite as thick. But I still have the OG that I bought years ago. I do have thinner and have added. Generally, even though this is like the best white that I have used, I'm still not a fan of it a lot because most of the time my art doesn't cover up all the white, and then I don't know, it just doesn't look great with my skin tone, I don't think. So I have issues with, but I think in this case it's really needed for that gradient top because when I was testing it yesterday, I was testing them on a white, um, like piece of glossy paper, the jump mail that doesn't come in the mail. So it makes, and perhaps should have thought of that, but this is episode 5 of Mania. Still getting my bearings, doing my nails a lot with. Do you have a nail art video that I've been working on editing from back in November is when I filmed, but it's not a specifically like. Of course, like I tweeted about, got this stream all set up, I got the thumbnail set, I got the placeholder up, tweeted it out, and then my thumbnail broke. Like, sorry, son of. So some we might just I'm not expecting much out of this thumb given it's shorty status at the moment. But man, so what I'm gonna do in the interest of time is I'm only gonna do this one. Now I know there are a lot of nail art people who do just one hand per video because they usually have something else going on their other hand. I don't do that. I like to have all 10 of my nails looking the same. I don't think I've ever, yeah, I don't think I've ever done them looking different. It's just not my style. And that's fine. Everybody has different, that's maybe a little better. Everyone's got different jams in terms of their nails. This is mine. I like them all generally the same. So I think once this dries, I'm going to try this again because it's already all funk around the outside. And here's my trick about it being funky around the outside. So I do use this angled eyeliner brush from Wet n Wild. Go, Wet n Wild. Yeah, like I said, it is an angled eyeliner brush. And they're only like $1, sometimes like $1 and change. So eventually the acetone will start eating away at this paint. So I usually use it until the paint flaking just gets in the way or these bristles get pushed in. And then I switch to a new. So it is definitely a consumable in that regard. But so I do that. I do use pure acetone to clean up the sides. But here's my other trick: is that if you wait till the next day or till hours later, most of the stuff that's like on the side or on your thumb, finger, or whatever that's dried will just come off when you wash your hands. As long as you don't, well, even if you put top coat over it onto your finger, that'll all come off. So it may not be ready for prime time immediately, but like by tomorrow when I wash my hands, all of this like extra on the outside will be gone. It won't be such a big deal, and we'll be able to get on with our lives in that regard. Okay. I may or may not have white nail polish on my lips right now because I tried to blow on these, as you probably heard, and I got it a little close to my nose. But that's, you know. So what I noticed when I was doing this is that the lines were definitely pretty delineated. So I think what I'm going to do the next time is the dark, the light, and then put the medium over top so that these lines aren't as pronounced and they're more blended. So yeah, it's all already soaked. Okay, I think this is dry enough that I can give it another shot. Put the dark on, and then put the light on. Then gonna put the medium down the center, and let's see what happens. Okay. Other than the chunk of white that it took off, I think that looks pretty good. Other than it is all friggin' over my finger. There is a lot of excess polish. I mean, this is not, here's the thing. This is not a method that is light on the use of polish. Because, like I said, the sponge is going to do what sponges be doing and soak up a lot of the polish in the fruit. So you're going to lose polish there. You're going to lose a lot of it on the surrounding area because your option is bigger than your finger is. But in general, like, okay, ignore that part. I think that is what we're looking for. So we definitely did need the base coat. You live, you learn. I think I said it before. You live, you learn. You love, you learn. You cry, you learn. You laugh, you learn. You know how that goes. Okay. So for my other fingers, I definitely want to put that barrier on, even if it's like not the greatest, because it was better than all that. And blue being a dark field thing, blue being a dark polish, and that being the base, it stains way worse than other polishes. Like reds stain a lot, and blues stain a lot from my experience. Okay. One thing I didn't do on the last time I did this is I crossed it over on the other side, but I didn't really get it as close to underneath my fingernail as possible. Like this, still really not trying to cross it over, but also kind of get it under there. Let's go. Second method with putting the dark right next to the light and then the medium down the center, I think definitely works better. And then the multiple dabs definitely works to blur those lines. Et voila. I feel like it needs, yeah, some more dark down there. Look at that. Oh, much better. It's definitely like a subtle, a more subtle look, but I like that. Then maybe I no, maybe I can reuse one, but it doesn't seem worthwhile because it just gets all crumbly. Yeah, definitely having a easier time with these peel and stick barrier than I have in the past with actual like liquid barrier that you paint on. I could never get that stuff like thick enough, and then it just bleh. Trying to pull this one off by the fuse. So like, it, I don't think that was the way to go. There's still definitely some beautiful cleanup involved with these, but I appreciate that it's just beautiful cleanup and not like you saw on my thumb where it's like the entire freaking finger clean. This nail's also kind of short, so I don't have to like brush kind of. Something interesting that Julep came out with a few years before they stopped making them was the PA wand, and it was like a magnetic top that you could switch out, switch these out on. See, you might be able to see how there is like a round inside of the rectangle, and they had this wand that the idea was that you could balance it on your hand like this, so it rested in like the crook of your hand, and it was easier to use kind of like a pencil or a brush and brush off or paint your nails. I got a few of them, and I think I used them like 3 or 4 times because the beauty of nail polish is that the brush is built in, right? And so with those brushes, you have to do a really good job of cleaning up the brush after, because there's no way you could buy enough of them, especially with as many julep polishes as I have. There was just no way you could buy enough of them to have a different brush for each, because the way these, I think this popped out, but like, look, there's polish all up and down the thing. You have to like either get that on your fingers or use gloves to get it off. Pull it, and then what if you full and it doesn't go in again the next time. Like it's just not. It's too. So it just seems like way bigger trouble than it was worth, and I didn't really use it that much. But I got a few of them because, like I had mentioned, I'm part of the Maven program, and so um, being part of the Maven program, you selected, I think it was like 3 polishes a month or something, maybe 4, um, and a lot of times they would let you select different, um, besides different polishes, different tools, different um, stickers, art things, and so I just ended up a couple of months where they didn't really have something that they didn't really have polishes that were much different from the polishes we had, or what have you. I didn't have the polishes that were part of that month's Maven box, so I added another Plie wand. So I think I actually have 3 of them, and then I have extra brushes as well. This is one of my longer nails. I'll take that into consideration here. I think this is turning out pretty well, especially like as that's not your finger. I carried away. Um, Especially if I wanted to do something crazy afterward, like put on some kind of specialty topper. I think I might do. I was thinking yesterday that I might go with the gold flaky taco, hollow taco. But looking at them now, I might do like unicorn skin. Well, we have one more to do on this one because I'm definitely only going to do this hand on camera. I'll do the other off. Share the whole thing probably tomorrow on Instagram and Twitter. So if you are not following me on those platforms, why? I'm way more active there than I am here. You totally should. And it is always in the description below my social. But so on Twitter, it is just TrishaLyn, just like my username. And on Instagram, it is TrishaLyn, just like my handle here. So go ahead and follow me there, and I usually post my manicures on Monday. But don't if they're pretty ho hum, then I might not bother. But if they're pretty cool, if I like them a lot, then I will. That's the first one that broke. Able to keep it on the back side on most of these. Couple were on the side. So out. No, that is no. All right. Good. I didn't mess them up too much. Oh, notice that I skipped a little. Like that. All right. So I have my cosmic unicorn skin. Let's see how this looks on our tester thumb. I definitely like adding the topper because I feel like it hides some of these sins. So, and when I was thinking yesterday of the gold flaky taco, gold flaky hollow taco, I was definitely thinking that more of the dark, these would be darker in general, but they're pretty medium to light. So I think the cosmic unicorns with its like pinky purple flakes is the way to go. Right now, this is the only one of the unicorn skins that I own, but because I decided which one am I gonna like the most? Oh, the one with pink and purple? Yep, that one. And maybe one day I'll get another one. Today's not that day. All right. So I think that went pretty well. Good 45 minutes for one hand is not bad at all. Got some cleanup to do on this hand from just, this getting everywhere kind of thing. And the nice thing about these is that I tested this out yesterday while I was testing the sparkly polishes. You can easily just take your scissors. As you can see, they now have nail polish on them from doing this. And just cut off that part. I'm not going to because I'm still using these colors. But if I were to do my other hand with different colors, or next week I wanted to do a different set of colors on the gradient, I could just cut this part off down to where it's kind of soaked in on these parts and use it again. So even though I had 4 of them ready to go, I only needed 1. And for the economics of this, like I said, I got this, I don't recall how many came in it originally, but it had to be at least like 16. Um, just like 16 packs that I got for $1. For now, I guess it's $1.25 at Dollar Tree. So cost wise, that's pretty good. So I'm all about my whole philosophy on nail stuff is that I would much rather spend the money on the good polishes. Hollow taco polishes are roughly about $11 to $14 per polish. These julep ones, like I said, julep doesn't make nail polish anymore, which is a little sad. Their makeup is really great as well. I do have some of their creme eyeshadows and blushes. Their makeup's fine, but I don't understand how the brand was so heavy in nail polish in 2014 to 2017 and then flipped the switch entirely to makeup. I don't get it. But whatever. That's what they did. But these were great polishes. But this was $14 a polish too. And if you look at just, the sizes, this is point let's see, this is 12 milliliters for like $14. This was probably more like 11 because it's a base. But this was like $14 and it's 8 milliliters. So a lot less, but really good formulas on those juleps. So if you ever like find a julep somebody's selling on eBay, or like a friend gives you julep, a lot of them, this is an exception because some people, but most of them were named with women's names. So I know, like, I have a sister-in-law named Beatrice, and I gave her the Beatrice polish for Christmas. Her daughter's name is Brandolyn, and I gave her the Brandy polish that same year. I gave them both nail polishes. So my whole ethos and philosophy is I'd much rather spend $1 on a cheap brush that I know works well for me. $1.50 on this little dampened dish I got probably at Daiso. Super cheap on this that I got on Amazon. I don't even know where I got these, to be perfectly honest. I think I got them on Wish for probably like $1. And these sponges that I got like 16 for $10. I'd much rather spend my money on the good quality polish. Having gotten to this point in my life where I've used a lot of Wet n Wild polish, a lot of pure ice, which is like the bargain basement polish from Walmart. I've used a lot of shitty polish in my 20 plus years of doing my nails, and I'd much rather spend the money on the good polish and cheap out on these sponges and the latex barriers and the cheap little cuticle pusher from Amazon that sticks in a pack for like $5. I'd much rather do that than splash out on the whole thing and then use crappy polish that just crushes you. So that's my philosophy. And once these all are totally dry, I will put on the glossy Hollow Taco, because the Hollow Taco toppers really are not meant. They're a special effects topper, but they really are meant to have a thick top coat on over them. So I will do that once they're all dry, and then I'll hit them with some cuticle oil. And I just use like Sally. Like I got this. Actually, I think I got this on eBay. Oddly enough, because this is Sally Hansen cuticle oil that's peppermint, and I'm a sucker for peppermint. It's probably long expired, but it's vitamin E nail and cuticle oil. I could make my own. I have vitamin E. I have other oils, but I just want to go with their formula. Um, so I will kind of slather that on all these, especially this one because I use a lot of acetone, and it doesn't look super dry right now. Oh, there we go. It doesn't look super dry right now, but it will be funky. And I just want to, hit that with the the cuticle oil, get that all looking good. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I will share the pictures of these completed nails on Instagram and Twitter probably tomorrow. So that was my attempt with sponge gradients. And like you can see, we're looking at 50 something minutes. There was a little bit of trial and error, but it's not complicated. And it's just, I feel like this is something anybody could do with a makeup sponge, some creme paints. Like I said, I tried metallics and glitters in a test run yesterday, and they did not like they didn't mix well. So I think cremes is the way to go, and then like a glitter topper or something. Um, I've also seen, and I almost did, but I wanted to do blue right now. Like sunset gradients, and then putting like black stamping or stickers of palm trees. That is an idea I've seen, but I really like. So I think maybe closer to summer or spring, I'll do that. Stay tuned. Check it out. Stick with me here. And thank you all for joining me. Happy afternoon. Happy Sunday. And we'll see y'all later.